Today, our state is kind of in a state of compassion, confused, wondering why this happened. We'll never be able to answer the question, but what we can do as a nation, as a community, as a city, as individuals, is be heroes. Be heroes in our family, be heroes in our community, be heroes for each other. When something is not right, we owe it to each other to be heroes. So be our hearts and prayers go out. Today is a wonderful, powerful, powerful show. We have a young lady that's going to be on the open mic. Before I get into it, some of our guests today are going to be Deborah Harris. She was former candidate for mayor in the state of Oregon. She's going to be sharing a little bit with us about how important it is for us to be involved with our midterm elections politically, at home, educating each other. So we can't complain about what's going on if we don't step up and be informed. Again, and also joining us is going to be the Imam, Shahid Hamid. He's also a pioneer in this community for years. He's a talk show radio host as well. And we got the comedian, David Little. So come back, enjoy it, we're going to have a powerful show.
Oh, it's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love.
No, not just for some,
but for
Okay. My melanin is rich. Richer than a white man, maybe richer, close to similar than a chocolate Hershey stick. Gold highlights in my skin influence $40 glow kits, but ain't no copper highlight gonna match this gold. Now your face looks counterfeit. I'm constantly told I don't fit your mold of bright blonde hair, deep blue eyes, light skin that reflects off the sky, cause I got dark skin that's attractive to the sun. I'm shining as my honey flesh boils beneath this skin. I can taste the sweetness behind my full lips against my bubblicious gums, connected to the lazy tongue that y'all love to correct. This dark skins represents your first elders, now show me some respect. World rhythm in my walk, they want you to have the wrong impression, cause they don't want to admit that this fierce walk comes from my complexion. Outline features on my face like it was from God's pressure. Now don't act like your contour ain't a darker color for you to match my natural structure. I could be too dark for you to realize that my cheekbones are the answers to your prayers. Now whose hair is rough? Don't play my natural curls because they feel different to the touch. They say anything to make themselves happy, knowing damn well our hair just nappy, cause these curls get tight. If you can't hear your comb sing with your hair, then your roots ain't doing something right. Don't let this weave confuse you. With my self-esteem, I'm still confident. They just trying to bring us down because we look good and they here too and we be rocking it. Why degrade a team of color because we don't meet your average description? A piece I can't fit in comes a picture you never seen before. We got beauty called a history that wrote out characteristics from our genes inscription. We got different shades of melanin that also comes in white. We got brown and white sugar protecting the surface of our sweet skin from a hater's bite. Melanin is beautiful, so accept that darker skin just supports a stronger being. We all have melanin and we are the winning team.
Come on over. Thank you. Come on over and join us, please. Please, join us. Yeah, okay. Yes. Wow. First of all, how do you get them? Where do you get those powerful words from?
I don't know, like, just being a person of color, I think it just comes naturally.
Okay. Now you are the president of the Black Student Union at Park Rose High School. How's that going?
That's going good. Like, we are getting more involved into things and we're still moving forward.
Okay. Now, graduation's up. Are you doing the prom thing? And I ain't trying to get into your business, but I'm going to get into your business. Right? Doing the prom thing. How's that going?
So, we just had our prom in May 6th.
Okay.
And our graduation is coming up June 15th.
Oh, congratulations. You walking that stage with them honors. What's your plans once you leave Park Rose, you step out into this big old world as far as school and what you got planned?
So my plan is to go to a 2-year. I'm going to PCC for 2 years
Okay.
because it's going to be free.
Okay.
So I'm going to take my general classes that way.
Yes.
And then I'm going to transfer to a 4-year, so then I can be able to like help us support me to go to a graduate school and pursue a PhD to be a psychiatrist.
Oh my goodness. See, this is what I like, because we're always hearing about our young people shooting each other up or just going crazy in the community. And here we have a young lady, got it planned out, 2 years, going to 4 years graduate school, and going to be a psychiatrist.
Yes.
That's powerful. That's powerful. I want to talk a little bit about this poetry, because you have some powerful words. So how does that feel? Because we got some people out there that's thinking about poetry. What would you tell them? How that make you feel when you drop them? Is that
Right.
lyrics? Is that lyrics? Or?
Yeah, lyrics, verses.
Okay,
you
your
know,
verses. When you drop your verses.
So like, I would tell people that when you're writing poetry, don't think too much of it, because when you're thinking too much, you're gonna think about, oh, what if, they don't like it? Like, it doesn't have to make sense, and that's what poetry is. Because once you like, if it makes sense to you, then the people who feel you go understand, and that's where you get your crowd. You know, I don't really think about what somebody else would feel, and if somebody would get like offended.
Okay.
Because I mean, if you write what you want to write in poetry, there's no rule.
It's,
You know.
it's from the heart.
Yes.
Yes, yes. When did you start doing poetry? When did you just say, you know what, I like doing this. This feels good.
I started like, I don't remember. I just started a long time ago. Like, I was young, and we had in elementary, we have essays to do.
Okay,
They'd be like, "You're
okay.
such a good writer," and then they put me into journalism, and then like, I don't know how I started. I just feel like I just.
So did you be walking around the house like doing poetry? And they said, Venicia,
Venicia.
stop all that. Do that be happening around the house sometimes?
Just be like, shut up, But it's like fun, like just writing down stuff, and then you can do it for fun with your friends.
Okay.
Like little like rap battles and stuff.
What's your friends, when you be putting some of these lyrics, verses down, how do your friends be responding to you?
They'd be like, "Oh, I like that line," and they'd be like making it as a little status or something on Facebook. Like some of the lines in my poetry, they would use as a quote.
Okay.
And that feels good too.
Okay. When you first start putting this together, I'm sure you got some other ones, right? How did you get it out? Because I know some young people that's into poetry, and it's like, how do I just let people know? I mean, how do I just get it out? How to get away from the barriers?
Right. So I feel like, most people feel like being a darker skin is a flaw.
Okay.
So if you pick out your flaws and you turn them around and like you be extra with it, like, okay, but they're that way, but this is a good side.
Right.
And your pros and cons. If you talk about all the pros and of your flaws, that'll make you feel stronger and then more confident in your writing, and you write anything.
Oh, I like that. Now, you said something about when you feel extra. What that mean?
It's like it's like being extra, like how I said, like the honey beneath my skin boils underneath the sun and stuff. Like that's
Yeah.
extra, but people feel me when I say
They
that.
feel you, huh? Yeah. Would you want to drop another little bars of verses for us? You got one right that you want to share with the people?
I gotta think of.
Okay, just think about it for a second. But I also want to get back to being the president of the school. Now, you're transitioning out of there. Where one of your members were here, I was going to have her come up here. But what is it like graduating and stepping into going into college? Because there's a lot of young people right now getting ready to make this move.
Yeah, so going to college makes everything feel much better. I know everybody tells you it's going to get worse from here, I don't really listen to that because I'm
Right.
just like, how's it going to get worse? Because if I'm not in it, then my life would be worse
Right.
than today. So
Yes.
you just think about your future. Like, what do you want from yourself?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I think about college. Like, I'm going to college. I'm going to be so successful.
I heard that.
And like,
I like that. You said she's gonna be so successful. Put a so. That's the extra. Huh?
that's extra.
Okay.
So like, I don't think as college as like something hard to do, because it shouldn't be hard to make the decision to be successful.
Oh, wow. Wow. Say that again. What?
It shouldn't be hard.
That was pretty powerful. It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be hard to make the decision to want to be successful.
That's powerful. That's powerful. That's powerful. Well, you know what? You're going to be successful. We feel your energy. You keep doing that poetry, sharing your life with others, and we look forward to. Now, I ain't crazy, but if I need some help, doctor, you help me out, right?
I'll help you out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Vanessa, thank you. Thank you.
Sweet love,
No, not just for some.
but for
Welcome to another This is Straight Talk. As-salam alaikum. And that is to all my Muslim brothers and sisters and everyone in the nation that is participating in the month of Ramadan. We have been blessed to have a gentleman that has been a pillar in our community. He's also a talk show host, and he's also imam. And he's going to be sharing with us a lot information about Ramadan and what it is. Please welcome Brother Shahid Hamid. Yes. Thank you, sir. Salam alaikum, sir.
Wa alaikum salam.
And for the viewers that's listening and say, what are they talking about salam alaikum and alaikum salam? What does salam alaikum mean and alaikum salam?
Assalamu alaikum means peace be unto you.
Okay.
This is the mantra. This is the greeting of over 1.5 billion Muslims worldwide.
1.5 billion.
1.5 billion. Like a moment ago, you mentioned that just the Muslims in this nation was fasting, but the Muslims around the world are fasting during this time because this is the time in which the Quran was revealed. This is when the Quran, the first verses of the Quran was revealed, and this is the time that we use to get ourselves closer to God, closer to humanity. You mentioned a moment ago about we will never know why those brave men stepped forward to help those sisters on the MAX train.
Yes, sir.
And I can tell you why.
Okay.
One of the reasons why, a couple of reasons why is it demonstrates the intrinsic goodness of the human being.
Absolutely.
What makes a human being run into a burning house to help save somebody? What makes a human being gather around and lift a car out of a ravine and so forth? It's the basic goodness that God put into the human being, and these men demonstrate the best of what the human being is.
Yes, they
and
did.
when you look at Memorial Day, it's significant that this happened on Memorial Day, because Memorial Day, it demonstrates that many human beings did the same thing.
Absolutely.
Fought for freedom, fought for lack of oppression, fought to keep the human being free. So those men should be applauded.
Absolutely. Yes. And we salute all the veterans, the families that still here, and the ones that put their lives on the line for us, and those heroes again. Yes, absolutely. And also, this happened on the eve.
On the eve of Ramadan. Absolutely.
Yes. So let's talk about. Go ahead, sir.
No. I was going to say, if anybody deserves paradise, those gentlemen deserve.
They're going to paradise. Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about Ramadan and what it means.
Okay. Well, the Prophet, peace be upon him, has said that Islam consists of 5 pillars. Declaration of faith, that there is no God but God, there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is not God, but the messenger of God. And prayer is the second pillar of the faith, and that we must pray to this God. Charity, that we must give charity, and 2.5% of our yearly earnings to help the poor.
Oh, yes.
And fasting once a year in the month of Ramadan to demonstrate and to get closer to God and to our fellow human beings. And then the final pillar, or the final step is Hajj, making a trip to the pilgrimage or a pilgrimage to the house of God in Mecca, what is now known as Saudi Arabia. God asked us to fast and made fasting obligatory because it is an opportunity for us to renew our connection with Him.
With God.
And
Okay.
it's also an opportunity for us to renew our faith, and as these gentlemen that we just speaking about did, to renew our faith in God, to renew our connection in God, to renew our connection in a human being and with our neighbors, with the poor and so forth. We fast for from sun up to sundown, and we share that when we break the fast. We break the fast to help again, to help us get closer to God and to our fellow human beings, and we spend the time in meditation.
Yes.
We spend time reading the Quran.
Okay.
In fact, we read 1/30th of the Quran per night, per day, and by the time the fast is over, which is the Eid al-Fitr, when we celebrate fast breaking, we would have read the Quran from cover to cover.
Cover to cover.
And again, that is an effort to renew our connection with Him, to renew our knowledge of our religion.
Right.
And to introduce others to what aspects of our religion that they may not know about.
Now, there's a couple of things there's always seemed like a myth, and if you will, to kind of clarify it. You mentioned that a lot of people think Muhammad is God in Islam. So could you clear that up?
Yes. First, let me say that any Muslim that does not recognize Jesus,
Okay.
that does not recognize Jesus, is not a Muslim. The Quran talks about Jesus as being one of the mighty messengers of God, and we just and there's very little difference between a Muslim and a Christian, but one aspect we differ with, and that is we do not recognize Jesus as God incarnate.
Right. Okay. Yes.
He was a prophet of God, begotten. I don't know what begotten means, but he was born to an earthly mother, and had a miraculous birth, and every Muslim believes that.
Okay. Yes.
We do not believe that he was crucified, because God says in the Quran that they did not crucify him. It was only made to appear so, but he was saved by God Himself. So the Muslim recognizes and accepts all the prophets of God, coming from Adam to Moses to Jesus to Muhammad.
To Mom. Okay.
And we recognize and follow them. We do not worship God. We do not worship them as gods, but we follow them as honorable messengers of God, the last of which is Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Okay. Yes. Because there's a lot of myth when people say,
Right.
"Oh, the Muslims, they follow Muhammad. That's their God." So I'm glad you was able to
Right.
clarify that. And also, when you spoke about fasting
Fasting, yes.
from dawn to dusk.
From dawn to
To dusk.
Yeah.
Share a little bit about what fasting is and what it means to people.
Fasting, what fasting is, it's an opportunity for us to renew our faith, and also God says in the Quran, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alayhi siyam kama kutiba alladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. That is Arabic in the Quranic language of, "O ye who believe, fasting is prescribed to you as it was prescribed to those before you, so that you may learn self-restraint. And that, and imagine if we took this opportunity, if we learn, all of us learn self-restraint. So, and again, it's a process by which we draw closer to God. It's a process by denying ourselves of food when we can eat, but when we choose not to eat. And again, working on that spiritual renewal, the discipline that comes out of denying ourselves food, the discipline that comes out of that helps us in other areas of life. So we're not to eat, drink, or smoke anything doing that from dusk to dawn. We are to have no sexual contacts of any kind with our lawful wives.
From dusk to dawn.
Yes, from dusk to dawn.
Because I would have to put down, because I want people to. So this man told me I can't have sex with my wife. So that's just from dusk to dawn.
Well, 30 days. 30 days is a good exercise for you. 30 days is a good exercise.
But also this fasting, it's for everybody. It gives everybody a chance to allow their body to cleanse itself.
To cleanse itself, absolutely. To cleanse itself. And it's again a renewal aspect for the mind. It helps renew our thinking processes, and as well as our spiritual.
Yes.
Our spiritual makeup.
Okay. Now you spoke about charity as one of the pillars. What does that? You said 2/3.
2.5.
2.5.
Right.
What does that do for a person for charity?
Let me just expand on that.
Yes.
Charity, and God gives us these 4 pillars, these 5 pillars, as an institution. He gives us these 5 pillars, of which one is charity, to help us. And while we're fasting, God wants us to help. To know what it feels like to be hungry.
Okay. Yes.
To know what it feels like,
Yes.
so that and the poor has an obligation on us.
Okay.
Imagine if you have so much money. Like many Christians, Jesus stated that it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich man to get to heaven. Well, being rich in Islam is not against a person being rich, but you should spend your money in ways that God says spend it, because He gave you the money.
Okay.
And one of the ways is to sharing 2.5% of your wealth, of your total wealth, once a year, and give it to the poor.
Give it to the poor.
So that the poor and the hungry can have something to eat. So
that's powerful.
Yeah. So these exercises, along with charity, along with fasting, these are a process by which we renew ourselves.
Okay.
And like that.
Coming in and hearing some of the teachings or the preachings,
Right. Well, we have local centers and masjids around town. We have some in Beaverton. We have 2 here, 2 or 3 in Northeast.
Okay.
I'm with the Muslim Community Center of Portland, and we are on Vancouver and Killingsworth. We have on 72nd and Northeast Gleason, I believe there's a masjid there. There's one in Southwest Barber Boulevard, right off the Capitol Highway. This is Islamic Center of Portland. We have one in Masjid Bilal in Beaverton and so forth. So what they can come and do is sit down and listen.
Yes.
And ask for instruction if they would like to become a Muslim. That's simply that's achieved very simply by stating, coming and declare what is known as the Shahada.
Okay.
Making a declaration of faith, what is called the declaration of faith, and you would just repeat, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and that Muhammad is His messenger. You see, some people do it 3 times. So some say all you have to do is just say it once, and you automatically become a Muslim. But after that, then you are obligated to follow the Muslim way, which is 5 times to pray 5 times a day, give charity, fast the month of Ramadan, and make Hajj to the holy house and the holy precincts in Mecca.
I got one question I want to ask before we go.
Yes.
The word Allah, what does that mean?
Okay, Allah means simply in the Arabic language, it means the God.
The God, okay.
The God. Because one of the things that we kind of frown upon is using the word God, because the God spelled backwards means dog.
Okay.
And that's a name that's too high for the Creator.
Way too high,
And
yes.
And when you say Allah, that's the God. And when you say, and if you turn the letters around, Allah, Laha means, oh God.
Right.
So when you say Allah, it's a prayer. It's a prayer, and when you say it in reverse, or when it's written in reverse, or looked at in reverse, it means oh God.
Oh God. Now, we could go on. We're gonna have to have you back,
Okay.
where we could keep educating the community. Ladies and gentlemen, Imam Shahid Hamid. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Salam alaikum. Yeah.
Sweet love,
No, not just for some.
but for
Joining me is Deborah DeBoer Harris, former candidate for mayor. And each month, Miss Harris is going to come on and share a little bit about elections, how important it is, especially with the midterms coming up, and some of the issues that are going on in the state of Oregon. Right now, Mayor is asking for some feedback on the police hiring.
Yes.
So can you touch on a little bit of that?
Yes, Mayor Wheeler, of course, the city of Portland has sent out an invitation for a new police chief for applicants. And one of the things that I'm not an advocate for the police department. I'm not applying for the police
Just
chief
straight
position.
talk it up in there.
Okay, I want to clarify these things.
Yeah.
I'm not an advocate for the city,
Right.
but I'm here for the community, to
Yes.
inform the community. So that's my purpose of informing the community.
Absolutely.
So the mayor has sent out a survey to the community to give their feedback. What are your expectations? What would you like to see in
Okay.
our new police chief?
Okay.
And I think I don't recall that ever happening before, where the mayor I see where he's sort of stepped beyond the boundaries, which
Okay.
is awesome.
That is.
I applaud him for that.
Applaud that for that, because
Applaud him
he's
for
stepping
that.
back, getting some feedback from the people.
And getting some
Absolutely.
feedback. And basically what he's asking, what I see it as, him asking the community, let me hear from you.
Absolutely.
I want to listen to you.
Absolutely.
It's not just hearing, but listen to you. And I sort of reflected back during the campaign, some of the forums, where I heard him say a lot that he wanted to listen to the community, and to see him asking for the community to give feedback, to share what are your expectations, what would you like to see in a police chief. It just solidifies, what he said things he was going to do.
Well,
Listen to the voices.
Let's give him a clap on that,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that's what he said and that's what he's doing.
Yeah, yeah,
And we appreciate that.
yeah.
Thank you, Mayor. Okay.
Yes. And we all know of the historical culture of Portland.
Okay.
So for a new police chief, we need someone who is going to, and the issues that Portland has had, over the past. So
Okay.
we need to make sure that we getting someone who's not just knowledgeable, knowing the skills of a police chief, but also who's, as this job description says, who's transformative.
Okay.
So
Okay.
basically, he's asking, what would you like to see? What are your expectations from a new police chief? And I thought that was great.
Well, that's awesome. That's
And
awesome.
it's being sent
Yes.
out. There's a survey. It's a very short survey.
Okay.
And I'm encouraging the community, especially the people of color,
Okay.
underrepresented, underserved community, to give their feedback, to respond to that survey. And of course, it is online.
Okay.
And oftentimes, those of us who may be underrepresented, underserved, who are so busy working 2 jobs and doing a whole lot of things, may not have the opportunity to go online. So I'm encouraging the community, if you don't, find someone to assist you.
Yes,
Because it's
yes.
very critical that we give our feedback and say, this is what, I'd like to see. These are some of the issues I'm seeing, and I would like to see a police chief who's reflective, who has these values.
Right.
And one thing I noted was that oftentimes if the desired outcome isn't what our expectations are, I ask myself and I ask people, did you contribute?
Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes.
Did you do the things to help contribute?
Because here is a mayor asking for feedback.
Yes, yes.
So don't
yes,
let
yes.
not knowing how to get on a computer, find somebody. And those that have computers and know how to get on them, go ask that person, did you put your input in to the mayor's request?
And there are areas in the community,
Yes.
there's the library,
Okay.
there are a lot of senior citizen locations where they help senior citizens, and many places where you can go and say, take me to this site here because I want to respond. It's a very short survey.
Okay.
And oftentimes I've shared this with people and some have said, well, my opinion, my suggestions don't matter. It does.
Absolutely.
Too often we have said that my vote didn't count, my vote doesn't count.
It does.
It does.
Yes.
We can, well, I won't touch that.
You can touch it. If you
we can
feel
look
it,
at some-
touch
We
it.
can
Just
look
straight
at some of
talk.
the results.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
exactly.
bring any names. I'm just
Yes.
saying on either side. We can look at some of the results.
Exactly.
And did you vote?
Did you vote?
So can we complain if we did it?
If you didn't.
Okay, if we get a police chief and we're saying, well, this person has the same aura, has the same characteristics, has the same biases
Right.
that we've seen in the past. I'm asking, did you share what your expectations are? Did you give your feedback as to what I would expect? And I can share with you. I
Please do,
brought
yes.
this note
Please,
with me, so I
yes.
would
That's
say
okay.
them verbatim as
Yes.
to what they are. The questions are, there are 5 short questions.
Okay.
What are the most important personal characteristics of a police chief, of a Portland police chief?
Okay.
And I specify Portland because Portland has a culture of its own
Okay.
that
Absolutely.
I feel needs a special police chief.
Okay.
Number 2, what professional experience or background should the Portland police chief have?
Okay.
Number 3, what are the key challenges facing the Portland Police Bureau? Key challenges.
Okay.
4, what should the top priorities be for the Portland Police Bureau? And the 5th is there anything else you would like to add? So it's open if something wasn't pointed out or a particular question, we want to say something else, add something to it, there's that opportunity.
Absolutely. So I want to repeat those again for the
Yes.
people. The first one is?
What are the most important personal
Personal.
characteristics
Okay.
of a Portland police chief?
Okay.
What professional experience or background should the Portland police chief have? What are the key challenges facing the Portland Police Bureau? What should the top priorities be for the Portland Police Bureau? Is there anything else you would like to add?
Right.
And one of the things I'd like to come in, Portland is a diverse city,
Yes,
very
it is.
diverse city. And one thing I was very pleased when I saw the number of languages that the survey is available in.
Okay.
Oftentimes you'll see the predominant languages, English, Spanish, maybe Russian, Japanese. But the survey is available in several languages, Arabic, Chinese, Japanese, Laos, Romanian, Russian, Spanish, Ukrainian, and yes, English.
English,
And
absolutely.
if someone doesn't speak either of those languages, there is a number or site that you can go on to and someone can assist you. So there's no excuse
Yes.
for us, for anyone living in our city, not to give the feedback.
Absolutely.
And as I said, I'm not an advocate. I'm not advocating for the city. I'm not advocating for the police bureau. I'm not running for mayor, for police chief. Maybe that's a thought.
Yes. Absolutely.
But we do want to give our ideas, especially when we're being asked. And I don't recall, maybe it has been, I don't ever recall, where a mayor has asked the community, can I hear from you? Give me your thoughts. What are your expectations? So I think what happens is once they get this information, get all this feedback, and get the thoughts from the community, when they're putting things together and evaluating what do we want from in this chief, and when we get all these applicants applying for the position and determining, okay, who are we going to select? Our pool of candidates, a lot of this information that we've shared as a community, as people of color, as underrepresented, as underserved, would be reviewed.
Absolutely.
What the people is asking.
And that's huge. That's huge.
It's huge.
And I heard one of the criteria was the challenge that faces. And I think,
Yes.
and I must say that it was encouraging to see how Mayor Wheeler, Miss Brown, the governor,
Yes. Yes.
and also was another gentleman, Pete Simpson, the spokesperson,
Yes.
and then the FBI agent that stepped up and let the world, the United States, know that not only Oregon is not going to stand for this, that this challenge that will be dealt with in the state of Oregon.
Yes.
And so that was very encouraging. And so here he's asking what challenges, what type of person to deal with these challenges. And I hope the person that comes aboard will be able to stand up like the mayor, like Miss Brown, like the FBI agent and Miss Simpson, and let it be known that Oregon is not going to stand for this.
And I'd like to add, in the job description, rather in the statement of the job description, it basically said, and I want to use the terminology that was used in the posting so that I'm not misquoting anything. Quote, it is as Portland, quote, shares a history of legally sanctioned systematic racism with legally enforced exclusionary practices.
Okay.
So the community has experienced these practices and more. This is, I'm sorry, unquote after practices. I'm basically saying the community has experienced a lot of these practices, and it's time for change.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
if someone is applying for the position, they need to look in the mirror and ask themselves, you know, is this me? Do I fit
Exactly.
this description?
Yes, yes.
And if they do not fit the description, and assuming that Portland is business as usual, then maybe they shouldn't apply.
And with that, you know, we had some other communities. The Muslim community stepped up. The faith-based community, I saw a lot of different pastors in there standing with the governor and the mayor. And so who's ever going to take this position, know and trust and believe that this is what the state, the city, the citizens of Oregon is going to be looking for.
Yes,
Someone
yes.
that's going to be standing with the faith-based, the Muslim community, the distant, the LBGT communities, the governor standing up, the mayor standing up, and that's the type of person that we're going to be looking to see step into those shoes as a police.
And highly ethical.
Exactly. Now, what are some of the criteria? Who does this person report to? If who's ever elected as a police chief, who do they report to?
The police chief reports to the mayor.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And he's going to be representing the citizens
Yes,
of
the
Oregon.
citizen and all of the police.
And all the police.
The Portland Police Department.
I think it's a huge move for the mayor to do this, because as you said, it sounds like it hasn't been done before. And the time is right for this.
Yes.
It's time, and people, again, our hearts go out to the families.
Yes.
And in Oregon, let's step it up. The mayor has asked him for your input on who he brings aboard that's going to be representing you, your children. And what's the term limit on?
The deadline is June 12th.
Okay, June 12th. Okay.
I brought these notes so I can
Yes,
give you
please.
the site.
Yes.
That it
Yeah, how do
is
people get there?
Okay, excuse me 1 second. I did
Yeah.
put this on here.
That's okay.
And 1 quick second, I should have
Flood the
that.
governor's office too. Flood the mayor's office. There's somebody answering that phone there. I'll let you know as well.
Oh, did I put the site down? I thought I did. Yes, it is www.portlandoregon.gov/OMF/police chief survey. Again, www.portlandoregon, spelled out as one word, of two words together, .gov/OMF/police chief survey, and the deadline is June 12th.
June 12th. Now, if they need to get in touch with you, where can they get in touch with you at? To say, I saw that on the show, I want a few questions to kind of give me some information. How do they get in touch with you as well?
Okay, they can get in touch with me at Bora Bora, BORAHBORA at AOL.com. Now, if you contact me or email me, I'm not siding with any group.
You're making that clear.
I'm making it clear. I'm here for the community.
For the community,
Okay, I'm here for
yes.
the community. If you have questions, well, how can I do this? How can you direct me to someone
Absolutely.
who can help give my opinion? Can you help me write this down? Maybe I'm having problems with my words or with my vision or something. I find a way to help you. If I have to come to your house myself,
Wow.
I
Bless
will
you.
find an agency, someone to go there, because my heart is in the community. And things that we have for so long, our community for so long has been neglected. It's time to make a change. And so often our community does not get involved because we feel, well, probably don't know how to do this, or maybe it doesn't matter, or nobody's paying attention to me.
But it does matter.
But it does matter.
It does matter.
So Bora Bora, BORAHBORA at AOL.com. So it's basically there. I'm there as a resource for our community. I'm here for you.
Mrs. Deborah Harris, we appreciate you, and thank you so much. And we look forward to you coming back, helping us keep the community informed.
Yeah.
Mrs. Deborah Harris, ladies and gentlemen.
But for
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to grab your side, because when this gentleman get through, you're going to be crying, grabbing your side. Welcome, comedian David Little.
Welcome, especially people that are from other parts of the country that decided to make Portland, Oregon your home. Welcome to Portland, Oregon, also known as Buckets of Rainfall. Three-ring circus in Washington, D.C. of elephants that's just stealing the show. You got the House of Representatives, you got the Senate, and you got President Twitter. And that's just the elephants, and then the circus is going out of business just because they can't keep up. They can't keep up. They can't keep up.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I have brought a few friends of mine, and some of you may remember the former president of the United States, Barack Obama. He came here for a second. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And to my birthday brothers and sisters out there who love to hate me, Assalamu alaikum. This is our moment. This is our time. There's no challenge we cannot meet. It's time for comedy. We can't believe it. For when faced with impossible odds of making all of you laugh, we've been told we're not funny. We can't make you laugh. Well, we shouldn't even try. Generations of Americans have responded to a simple creed. It sums up the spirit of a people. Yes, we laugh. Yes, we laugh. Yes, we laugh. And to the current administration, be humble, Twitter down. Let me repeat that one more time. Be humble, twit down. Be humble, twit down. Anyone can see it. Even my friends. Even Stevie Wonder can see it. Stevie, you the song? I can see that building a wall is no good for you and me. I can see that building a wall is a fantasy. I can see that building a wall is against humanity. I can see who's gonna pay for the wall is you and me. You and me. Thank you for your attention. I'm David Little. We're gonna learn to live together. We need to learn how to laugh together. All right? I'm David Little. Thank you. Love you.
David Little, come on over. Yeah, come on over. Yeah, come on over. Let's chat a little bit. Yes. David Little, ladies and gentlemen, David Little. Hey, man, that was some stuff there.
Thank
When you started doing comedy, what made you say, hey, I'm going to do some comedy because laughter is good for the soul? We appreciate it. David Little again, let's appreciate that. Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you. It's just glass is half full or half empty.
Yeah.
And you just choose to, it borders on tragedy.
Right.
So it's a lot of things that we can choose to respond.
Right.
To life adversity that happen to all of us. We're all walking around with, pain in our side or just invisible stuff.
Right.
And if we learn to try to see the brighter side or try to encourage other people to that middle ground, that neutral ground, and that's that happy space.
Yes. Yeah.
Where we can all, poke fun at ourselves, not take each other in life too seriously.
Right.
But,
do you remember the first joke that you cut? Do you remember?
It's just anything that's ever made me laugh.
Yeah.
It's people always say, "Who's your favorite comedian?" It's like whoever makes me laugh. Right. On my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Which
okay.
is
Put it out there. Where you at? Where we get you
David.
at?
Big David Little. YouTube.com/Big David Little. It's on the shirt here.
Right.
You can show the shirt. Just don't show my gut though. So let me suck it in. Hold on. Ladies go, oh, he's so strong. Hold on. You got it. Oh, okay.
Woo! You okay? You okay?
Yeah, okay. I think I'll make it. So anyway, just check it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, where are you at right now? Are you performing anywhere right now, or upcoming performing, or? We know you're on Straight Talk right now, but you.
Right. Am I getting paid?
Yeah.
No, I'm not getting paid
That's
right now.
for the people.
But that's right. Love the game. Right? For the love of the game.
Comedians, seeing them go to YouTube and come to Straight Talk and hear you. What words of encouragement would you give to them if they want to get into the comedy business?
Just go to open mic.
Okay.
Go to open mics and continue to go to open mics. And I guess I can't tell you what it's like to be discovered, to be the famous. Ain't there yet. Working on it. But
Yeah.
But things don't happen overnight. But again, you have a passion for what you do, and even other people that might discourage you. It might be your best friend. It might be somebody really close to you that deeply says you suck,
Right.
But maybe that joke wasn't so good, but maybe, or maybe you were good and they're jealous, so pursue your dreams no matter what it is. Right. It might be singing, it might be dancing, it might be, telling jokes, it might be, who knows, science, people might accuse you of being nerdy or something like that because, you're on into programming or something like that. And other people aren't that way. Just, follow your own dream, whatever that might be. I know it's a cliche, but really, people will discourage you. That's how you know you're doing something right, is when people try to cut you down. You're on your way to achieving.
Right. Well, we saw you brought some laughter up in here, and we're glad to put it out. And every time I hope you can come back and join us here at Straight Talk. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. David Little.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.